Are you tired of toxic assholes ruining your fantasy football experience? Consider joining us at the Worthless Fantasy Federation. We run multiple different kinds of leagues. We have a 32-team NFL simulation style fantasy league. That's what most of our content is based around. You know, you can see the podcast episodes on the channel here that directly correlate to that league, but we also have a salary cap league where we have custom rules designed around a salary cap simulation. We have a 16-team Dynasty Superflex league. We have multiple best ball leagues. Next year, we'll be introducing another 32-team NFL simulation style league, a 16-team Dynasty IDP league, and another salary cap simulation league using IDP, and much more to come in 2025 and beyond. I pride myself in, building this community free of toxicity and the stuff that normally comes along with a fantasy football, free leagues that you find on Reddit or wherever. No toxic assholes here. We're just a group of people trying to have fun. Everybody's welcome. I don't care what walk of life you're from. You're welcome here. And I will do my best to help you have fun in fantasy football again. We are very active. I'm always available to help. If you're new to fantasy football, I have no issue helping you learn and get better. We have free leagues, we have paid leagues, we're expanding all the time and starting new leagues every year. So if you're looking for something different in fantasy football, something less toxic, something a little more serious, or if you're just looking to learn and you want a place to feel accepted and to make friends, consider joining the Worthless Fantasy Federation. Link to our Discord is in the description. Or if you wanted to just reach out and ask some questions, you can, comment here on YouTube. I will answer. You can reach out on Discord. Just join up in the Discord and DM me. I am Worthless Watkins. I really hope you give us a shot. Thanks. Alright, degenerates. Welcome back to the Madden 24 WFF Simulation League. Week 1 is over in the WFF, and we had a couple of upsets. Some really close games. And we're going to see what happens in the Madden 24 simulation now. We're going to go ahead and just advance to the start of the regular season. Alright. Here at the start of the season now. I do have to do all of this for my own team, so let's set the Bears season goal. I mean, hey, we're trying to compete, so we're making the playoffs. We're just going to do an auto-generated draft class. We'll look at those down the line in the simulation to see what kind of prospects are out there. Alright, let's go ahead and sim. We're just going to sim the first week. I'm curious to see how much different week 1 is in the simulation here versus the Prime League. Oh my god, I lost. I lost to the Packers. What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck? Alright, the Falcons are the number 1 team in the league, followed by the Jags, Seahawks. Packers are the number 4 team in the league. They scored 24 points. They beat me 24-17. Cardinals are the 5th team in the league. The Texans won 24-21. Bills, Dolphins, Cowboys, Bucks, Broncos, Eagles, Chiefs are all the way down at 14, but they won 31-7. Interesting. Titans, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Vikings, Jets, Ravens, Saints, Commanders lost. Browns, Steelers lost. I lost. Chargers, Rams, Colts, Lions, Patriots, and the Panthers lost by a lot. Jesus. Wow. Okay, let's look at some player stats, because holy shit, how did everybody lose by that much? Let me go through this first, the key to victory, which I clearly lost. Holy shit. Okay, let's look at the league. Russell Wilson is the passing leader. He threw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Dak threw for almost 304 touchdowns, and Goff threw for almost 302 touchdowns. Derrick Henry with 138 yards, Josh Jacobs 115, Devin Singletary with 109. Chris Godwin, Khalif Raymond, and Tyler Boyd are your receiving leaders. BJ Hill, Aaron Donald, and Christian Wilkins all had 2 sacks. Rasul Douglas and Darius Slay each had 2 interceptions. Kyle Hamilton had his interception. Denzel Perryman had 14 tackles. Jesus. Okay, player stats. Let's go see what's going on. We'll look at the league. Okay, so passing. Russell Wilson. Damn. So, wow, Patrick Mahomes didn't throw any touchdowns. Will Levis started for the Texans, went 21 for 29, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Wow. I mean, Josh Allen had a good game. Oh, that's Falcons, right? I'm a little lost. I don't even know who I'm looking for. Justin Fields went 10 for 15 for 135 yards. That's it. Whew. That's kind of rough. Let's see. Kellen Mond, who started for Green Bay. Or I guess I don't know if he started, but I mean, I lost to Green Bay and he went 8 for 10 for 98 yards. Who popped off on Green Bay's team? Oh, Green Bay had Stetson Bennett too, go 8 for 13 for 106 yards. Jesus. Well, Russell Wilson is your passing leader through week 1. Rushing. Derrick Henry of the Vikings. Josh Jacobs of the Jaguars. Devin Singletary of the Titans. And then you got Austin Eckler ran for 106 yards on 18 carries. Aaron Jones ran for 97 yards on 17 carries. McCaffrey. Kareem Hunt ran for 91 yards against me. Bijan, Nick Chubb. Cordero Patterson for the Falcons popped off. 81 yards and a touchdown. Tony Pollard had 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. Algier, Gainwell. Justin Fields ran for 67 yards and still didn't do shit for me. Gibbs. Look at receiving. Chris Godwin for the Bills, 10 catches. We already know Raymond had 123 and a touchdown. Boyd had 115 and a touchdown. Dante Pettis for the Houston Texans is the number 4 wide receiver right now. 108 yards and a touchdown. Thielen, Mark Andrews, Curtis Samuel for the Packers, and 83 yards. Debo, Freiermuth, Keenan Allen, Lockett had a touchdown. Drake London, 7 for 73, 2 touchdowns. Okay, Titans. CeeDee Lamb, AJ Osborne had a touchdown. Cortland Sutton had a touchdown. Nothing else too crazy down here. Amari Cooper, my wide receiver 1? Yeah, 3 for 55. That's it. Okay. Look at defense. I mean, we saw the tackle leaders, but Eric Kendricks, Pete Warner. I had John Franklin Myers got 10 tackles. Okay. Jeremy Chin had 9 tackles. Damn. Sacks. We saw the top here with 2 sacks, but Aaron Donald also, Von Miller also had 2 sacks that wasn't in the top. Jaguars left outside linebacker had a sack and a half. Cowboys left in had a sack and a half. Chandler Jones had a sack. A lot of players with 1 sack here. Look at interceptions. Darius Slay for the Eagles, the only player to have 2 interceptions. Lots of players here to have 1. Nobody too crazy. Lots of 1 interception games. I'm curious if any of those went back for a touchdown. Look at defensive touchdowns. Yep, Mike Hilton had a defensive touchdown, and so did Roger McCreary. So the Texans had a pick 6, and so did the Giants. Don't really got to bother looking at kicking or anything, but yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's so different from what happened in the actual Prime League. I cannot believe that I lost to the goddamn Packers in Week 1. Literally the worst team in Prime League right now beat me. Salary cap's not a thing in this simulation, just as it's not, in the Prime League. I didn't want teams to have to worry about salary cap when re-signing players, so every team has the full ability to just offer all their, players a bunch of money when the contracts expire. So it'll be interesting to see which players, force their way out in free agency. Alright, that was an interesting Week 1. Let's go ahead and advance one more week, and we'll see what it looks like after Week 2. Be interesting to see how different this really ends up being. I mean, there's some crazy differences already. Mostly, me losing to the goddamn Packers in Week 1. Alright, I won Week 2, that's good, but so did the goddamn Packers. What the hell is happening? Oh, and I have to play the Chiefs in Week 3, that's great. Alright, let's get this shit out of the way first. I also see that the first mock draft is done, so we can see where it's projecting all of the teams to end up here. Okay, let's look at standings first. So the Packers are 2-0, Bills are 2-0, Bengals are 2-0, Dolphins 2-0, Seahawks 2-0, Niners 2-0, Titans 2-0, Broncos 2-0, Chiefs 2-0. And a bunch of 1-1. So let's see if there's any crazy 0-2 teams. Surprised the Browns are 0-2. Really surprised the Commanders are 0-2. All the other teams kind of make sense. Let's see who's leading the league here now. Patrick Mahomes is the new passing leader. 586 yards and 4 touchdowns through 2 weeks. Then Dak Prescott with 578 yards and 7 touchdowns. Kenny Pickett jumped up to the number 3. 490 and 2 touchdowns. Rushing leaders, Josh Jacobs, Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry. Josh Jacobs has 3 touchdowns in 2 weeks. Khalif Raymond is the receiving leader. Dante Pettis and Tyler Boyd. What is happening? Calais Campbell with 4 sacks through 2 weeks. Ryan Neal with 3 interceptions and Christian Fulton with 3 interceptions through 2 weeks. And CJ Mosley, Pete Warner, and Patrick Queen are the tackle leaders. Damn. Stuff's happening. Let's see if any trades happen this week. Oh yeah, I signed that defensive tackle. Oh, you're right, but then I had to auto-release. It released Bayless Jones Jr. That's kind of sad. And then we re-signed Jack Sanborn, Willie Gay, and Michael Pittman. Those are all very good contracts. Good. Okay, so my team is autoing some things. I think I've got a lot of things set to auto in the settings, but there's some things that I just can't auto. I wonder if the Raiders are serious about looking for trade partners to move Josh Allen. Okay. Alright, let's look at this mock draft. This first mock draft to see what Madden thinks is going to happen. So they think the Saints are going to have the number 1 overall pick. Left end Stephon Brackett. And Patriots. So the Green Bay Packers are, have a lot of picks in the Prime League, and they do here as well, but they're also 2-0. They're going to end up with the number 3 overall pick, potentially. Chargers, Rams, Chargers, Green Bay again. And then we just get a string of 4 Texans picks. Ravens, Jets, Ravens, Giants, Raiders, Bucks, Titans, Ravens, Patriots, Lions, Ravens. I mean, obviously a lot of other teams own these picks, so it's just crazy how many. Like the whole first round of the draft is just going to be the Green Bay Packers, the Houston Texans, the Baltimore Ravens. Cardinals have a couple. Rams probably have a couple. Lions are going to have a couple. I didn't see any quarterbacks. We don't think the first quarterback's going to go until 18. Evan Howard, projected top 5, going to go at 18, and then Brandon Witt to the Ravens, projected top 5. Oh, and right there to the Patriots, Del Richmond. Ravens are going to take 2 quarterbacks apparently. Rodney Fowler. All right. We'll look a little more in depth at some of the college prospects a little bit further into the simulation so that they're a little more scouted. So we can see if there's any like monster prospects that certain teams are going to end up getting. All right, let's go ahead and let's sim through one more here. We'll do one more week for this episode. We'll go through 3 weeks. I assume I'm about to lose to the Chiefs and be 1-2, which is ridiculous. All right, through week 3. Of course, I lost to the Chiefs. No surprise, 1-2. Now I got to play the Broncos, another 3-0 team. I guess let's check all this shit. All right, let's look at those standings. Who are the undefeated teams? The Green Bay Packers. 3-0. What is happening? Denver Broncos, Seattle Seahawks, 49ers, Bills, Bengals, and Chiefs are the last remaining undefeated teams. Do we have any crazy... Man, the Browns 1-2, Jaguars 1-2, me 1-2, Panthers 1-2, Raiders 0-3, Commanders 0-3. Damn, there's some crazy shit happening in this simulation. Alright, let's look at leaders. Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson are the passing leaders. Damn, Dak Prescott 8 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, and Kareem Hunt rushing leaders. Receiving leaders. Oh, we have real receivers up here for the first time. Christian Kirk and Chris Godwin. But then, you know, Braxton Berrios. That 5 touchdowns for Christian Kirk. Sam Hubbard, Emmanuel Ogbah, DeMarcus Lawrence are the sack leaders. Sean Elliott, Ryan Neal, Rasul Douglas are the interception leaders, and C.J. Mosley, Pete Werner, and Patrick Queen are the tackle leaders. Any crazy transactions? Let's check that out. No trades still. Re-signing some free agents. Nothing crazy. Interesting that none of the computers have made trades yet, and I didn't get an offer for Jordan Lewis. Alright, I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Madden 24 Simulation League. We're just going to do 3 weeks. I might just do kind of 3 weeks an episode. We'll see how that pacing feels. Yeah, I can't believe I'm 1-2, and I can't believe the Packers are 3-0. And that, like, the Commanders are 0-3 when they were one of the better teams in Prime League this week. Definitely going to be interesting. I guess I didn't look at this, but I can start looking at this. I didn't look at this, but I can start looking at this like at the end of episodes or on a weekly basis if I remember. But here are the players of the week for week 1. You got Eagles on offense and defense in the NFC. Jalen Hurts and Darius Slay, and then Dak Prescott and BJ Hill on defense. Week 2, Kirk Cousins and Cole Holcomb for the NFC, and Joe Burrow and Bolton for the AFC. Week 3, Christian Kirk and Aaron Donald. The Rams had a big week 3. And Joe Burrow and Deshaun Elliott for the AFC. So 2 player of the weeks for Joe Burrow. That's the only player to repeat so far. Yeah, I'm not sure about the depth trait upgrades and what the easiest place to see those would be. If anybody does know, just let me know in the comments here or tag me in Discord. But that's going to do it for this episode. Yeah, some crazy shit. We'll see you next episode where we'll go through another couple weeks and see what it looks like. Until next time, degenerates.